Knockoffs of Apple products have been around for ages. I remember seeing as a young kid that E-Machine's iMac knockoff at CompUSA around the turn of the millennium. They've been around forever, but knockoffs are not counterfeits. Today, we've got ourselves some counterfeits, and that is thanks to my first shopping spree on Temu, the Chinese-owned web store that has taken the United States by storm. Temu launched in the US like less than a year ago, but has already been downloaded 50 million times, and that's because the prices on this app are even more unbelievable than Wish.com. But you get free returns, expedited shipping, and a 7-day delivery window. All of these things that Wish.com does not offer. It seems impossible and unsustainable, and that's because it is. Wired reports that Temu loses an average of $30 for every single order shipped trying to win over the United States market. And if anything I've got here today is remotely as promised, well, they've lost more than $30 because I bought a knockoff AirTag. I bought knockoff AirPods, well, counterfeit AirPods, and an Apple Pencil. For how much? $40.02. Okay, let's start with the AirTag. The reason I called this a knockoff and counterfeit is because I don't think it actually looks... Yeah, no, this doesn't look like an AirTag. This is very visually different. This is an AirTag. So you've got the plastic beacon piece with the speaker and all the electronics. You've got a button cell battery, and then you've just got this aluminum cover. You twist the back together, and your phone should say, hey, do you want to set up an AirTag? And after a few seconds, the AirTag will associate as my camera, and I can track it pretty much anywhere in the world to within Bluetooth range. As long as it's near any other iPhone, it will work. Now, this looks similar to other Bluetooth tracking beacons like Tile, but the reason I think that this one is different is because, at least if the box is to be believed, this integrates with Apple Find My, so it should function just like a real AirTag. It also looks like you can pull the thing apart, and there you go. That is the components, and check it out. We've got the same CR2032 battery that's in the AirTag. That is the identical battery cell. And yeah, the board is not quite as compact. It's not quite as impressive a piece of engineering, but it's actually lighter than the AirTag because it's built entirely of plastic. And it's got a keychain hook built in, so you don't have to go buy a case like you would have to for the AirTag. Let's try to pair this thing to my phone. I just assume you push this button. Yep, it makes the same exact sound. Doesn't seem like it thinks it's an AirTag. What if I go back and then say add other item? Hey, so it says that it will show directions on the map in the app, play sound, lost mode, and sharing, which is the same, I think, as any other Find My device or any other AirTag. So I can play a sound. Oh, that's actually awesome. That's louder than the AirTag Find sound. That's loud. It doesn't look like it supports the U1 functionality. So with an AirTag, I can get my camera here and say, find nearby. And down to the inch, it will tell me where it is when it's working, which is hit or miss. So 1 foot 6, there you go. Okay, see, so it kind of works. But with this cheaper tag, all I can do is just find its location on the map in general. I can't find it down to the square inch, which is a little bit of a bummer. But because this speaker's so loud, maybe you don't need that. I guess the question becomes, should we try and hide it and see if I can find it? Benjamin hit a tracker, and I think I know where he found it. On the map, it says it's located in Lindsay Gardens, which is great. That's a place where he would reasonably hide the AirTag. The problem is that it says he put it in the parking lot. I know Benjamin, and I don't think he would let me off that easy. So my hope is that when we get there, we can establish a Bluetooth connection, actually find it. I guess nobody's walked by close enough to it for it to geolocate more accurately. This is where an AirTag may have been a slightly better option. But that speaker's loud, so we'll see. Uh-oh. My Temu tracker was last seen 17 minutes ago, roughly right where I'm standing. But it doesn't, oh wait, 600 feet away? Item not reachable. Move around to connect. Okay, well, it says it's 600 feet. So let's see where... Okay. Walk this way. Okay. It says it's right here on the map, and this has not been 600 feet. It's been, well, there's my car. 40? And it says item not reachable. Move around to connect. So I guess we just start walking around the park. Tracker! Tracker! Ha ha ha! It says with you. Okay, so it's been located. It's now trying to connect. There is Bluetooth signal at some point. Play sound connecting. No, item not reachable, but it says it was found now. So it did connect at some point. Let's seek higher ground. Dun dun dun. It updated its position on the map, but it thinks it's right here, which if it can't connect via Bluetooth, it's not. Because the range of Bluetooth LE is about 100 feet, so I'm not that close. I have reached high ground. Play sound, connecting, 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 connecting. It's doing it. I can hear it. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Now play that again. Play that again. Stop. Wait a minute. Oh, I should have seen this with my own two eyes. Huzzah! Hi. Okay. So, I did find it, and the speaker was pretty loud. And it did get me with about, I don't know, 100 yards of its actual position, but that was not as seamless as a real AirTag. Now, if these were a quarter of the price of an AirTag, maybe, but this is only half the price of an AirTag. AirTags are not that expensive. If you're tracking something that you're not likely to lose, or something like a backpack, something that will be large and easy to find, yeah, maybe this isn't a bad option. But if you're trying to track like a motorcycle or a pair of keys or something, that geolocation functionality of a real AirTag where it shows, go this way, 50 feet, 70 feet, 60 feet, 50 feet, that's nice. You want that. So, it's not worth it. It is pretty strong though. Okay, so we're on to our first counterfeit. There's no getting around the fact that they want you to think these are AirPods Pro 2s. They've got the same front image, the same rear image. Now they don't say Apple or AirPods, but that doesn't mean they don't want you to think they are AirPods. The box is super cheap feeling, so I'm a little skeptical about that. But remember the price. These cost less than the AirTag tracking beacon. These were $8. All right, that's about as bottom of the barrel box as you can get. And our AirPods, they are wrapped in cellophane. Wow, okay, so they do use lightning rather than something else. That's interesting. They give you the world's shortest USB-A to lightning cable. This is seriously like maybe 4 inches? Size I'm rather familiar with. So the first thing you notice between the real one and the fake ones is the weight. These have got to be at least 2, maybe 2.5 times heavier than these. Like, it's not even close. From a distance, they look kind of similar. There is a very questionable, well, you know, that's not as bad as I thought. So there's a lot of play in this hinge. Check that out. Whereas with the real ones, those don't wiggle basically at all. However, this is more magnetic and claspy than I anticipated. It actually has a nice open and close flip. And the light comes on, and then we've got the AirPods themselves, and oh my gosh, what is wrong with these ear tips? It's not the same mount as with the real AirPods. So they've got this stem, but that actually does make it seem like you could maybe use standard earbud tips, which you would want to use, because look at the way these are shaped. Like, that's not even a, I don't even know what shape they're going for, but it's showing an oval and it's showing a circle. Let's see if they sound any good, because the earbuds, the earpods themselves, they are lighter than an AirPod. Make no mistake about that. But they are closer than the case. This has got to just have the worst battery in it because this thing weighs nothing. This, not too bad. I don't know how we pair them to the device though. Let's see if it's like a regular pair of AirPods. So I'm going to unlock my phone. I'm going to flip the case open. And if it's like AirPods, it should just try to pair. Man, it doesn't. Are these just going to be generic Bluetooth headphones? That would be a bummer. Because here's the real AirPods. Maybe there's something wrong with my phone. Let's try the iPad. Okay, so flip that open, and there we go. Provides battery status and everything I need to know. Flip these open. No dice. No, wait, look at the manual. It says, turn on Bluetooth, connect earphone pro... Are these called the earphone pros? Connect the earphone pro open, and then hold near unlocked iPhone. Follow on-screen instructions, and then you can use with your other devices. These are supposed to be like regular AirPods. So why are they... Oh. The case light just turned orange. Maybe they're dead. Let's charge them. You know that phrase, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is? Yeah, well, I think that's what happened here. Try as I might, I cannot get it to pop up the AirPods card functionality. You just have to pair them like regular Bluetooth headphones. You see, when we looked at the manual, it calls the headphones Earphone Pro, and it says that when you pair them to your phone, they'll be called Earphone Pro. These are called AP3, so I wonder if I have a knockoff of a knockoff. But again, they're $8. So if they look like AirPods and they sound good, maybe it's not such a bad deal. Did they sound good? Hey, you know what? Those sound really bad. Way better than... Wait a minute, they just paused. Did they have the ear sensor? No, because they're not resuming. Maybe the... You can squeeze them just like the real AirPods. There's no way that there's a force sensor in here, so this has got to be capacitive. Let's see if I barely touch it. Yeah. Okay, so as long as you just barely touch the side of the earpod, it will stop. But it does have play pause functionality. Let's see if you can skip track. You can. Okay, so that's cool. That's just like a real AirPod. Here's the thing. It makes sense, right? These are $8. I was thinking, yeah, they'll sound like a $5 to $10 wired pair of headphones. But no, because in a $5 to $10 wired pair of headphones, some money can go into the drivers. There's no money spent on the drivers here because each thing has its own battery, has its own Bluetooth receiver. There's a case with a battery inside of it that charges the buds. I mean, there's so much crap in here that for $8, they're probably spending like a fraction of a cent on the actual speaker drivers, and that's why they sound so bad. But on the other hand, I'm an audio snob, and most people don't give a crap about audio quality. If you're like my sister who listens to music through your phone speaker, these are probably not that bad. I do want to try Bluetooth range. So I'm going to put my phone right here. I'm just going to start walking. I'll tell you when it drops out. Wow! I'm like 200 feet away. Okay. I'm getting tired. Oh, they're gone. Okay, that's pretty good though. You gotta admit, that's pretty freaking far. Don't buy these. This is the one I'm the most excited for, the stylus pen. Because if you think about it, the Apple Pencil 2 is not a very good value. It's amazing technology, but $130 is steep. Now, if you're an artist and you do this professionally all the time, like it's probably a no-brainer. But for me, someone who writes out notes like maybe once or twice a week, it's a tough sell. So if this thing at $20, our most expensive product of the day, is anything close to the real deal, well then we've maybe got a winner on our hands. Gosh. Oh. Feeling stupid. Okay. User's manual. Don't need that. Okay, so you get 2 pen tips, and then this is the pencil itself. Wow. Hey, you know what? Okay. This one's counterfeit, and you can feel it. but it's a lot closer in weight to the original than anything else we've tried today. And the plastic, it looks worse, but not so much worse that it's obviously fake. The tips actually feel fairly similar, which is important. And then, yeah, it's not an Apple Pencil, it's just pencil, but that doesn't mean it will be bad. Okay, so pairing should be the same. If I snap it to the side, if it's like the real Apple Pencil, it should just charge and it should pair automatically. So here we go, moment of truth. Nothing happened. This one, yeah, so that one pops up, shows its battery status. This one, that no do that. There it goes, Apple Pencil. Maybe it's just really, really, really dead. I'm confused because when you plug it in, it goes, hey, that's an Apple Pencil. But if you scroll to the battery widget, it should show up and it doesn't. So it's almost like it's not paired. I wonder if you pair it like a Bluetooth device. Bluetooth. You do. Pencil. Okay, so Pencil would like to pair. Would you like to pair? Pair. Okay, now it says it's connected. So, does it work now? No. Maybe it's dead. Let's see. There it is, but it shows up as a mouse. Okay, so we've got an Apple Pencil mouse, but it does show, as soon as I remove it, that it's charging, and it's at 0%. So we'll just let it charge, and then maybe it'll work. Hey, it does. And not only does it work, but it works surprisingly well. If I come into notes here, I can just start scribbling. As far as I'm concerned, this is no different from the Apple Pencil. The sampling rate, the accuracy seems to be just as good. What surprised me the most was that even the little nib here, the tip, felt the same as the real Apple Pencil. So that means you can draw shapes and you can do handwriting recognition. Hello, world. Wow, that was really bad handwriting. Don't judge me. And you can do your hotkeys that you're used to. So you drag from the bottom left to take a screenshot, you drag from the bottom right to start a quick note, and more. It felt pretty much identical. And I was like, well, that's it. This is the best thing ever made. But then I tried to erase something because I made a mistake and I realized that, on the real Apple Pencil, there's a capacitive area right here. You can double tap it and it will switch in between your primary and secondary brushes. That doesn't exist here. There's no physical button. I tried slapping it. That didn't work. I tried using it as if it were an actual eraser. That didn't work either. So the only way to toggle in between brushes, unfortunately, is to manually select them and then go back up. But you know what? That wasn't much different than the original Apple Pencil. And it's not different than a third-party stylus you can purchase that's actually sold in the Apple Store. So it's officially sanctioned. And that's the Logitech Crayon. The Logitech Crayon is $70, and it also doesn't have that toggle switching button functionality. There's another thing the Logitech Crayon lacks, and this pencil lacks too, and that is pressure sensitivity. So on the real Apple Pencil, it actually detects your physical force. The harder you push the pen into the screen, the thicker and thinner the line width will get. This doesn't do that. No matter how hard you press, it's just going to be exactly the same width. That is the same as with the Logitech Crayon, but there are workarounds. In most third-party apps and even in Apple's apps, dependent on the brush you're selecting, you can use a tilt functionality. That's what's used by the Logitech Crayon, and surprisingly, I didn't think it would happen, this. So I can start vertically, and you can see my line width is really thin, and as I slowly tilt the pencil, you can see that the line width gets thicker and thicker and thicker, and as I tilt it back up, then it gets thinner once again. This is the same as the Logitech Crayon. Literally. Functionality is identical. I think the accuracy is just as good, but it has the form factor and the comfort of the original Apple Pencil. You can snap it at the top of the display. It will start charging. It shows you your battery status right here in the menu. It's every bit as good as third-party styluses. So, if you're sitting here and you're like, $130 is expensive, and I'm not an artist, I don't need pressure sensitivity, this is a great option, honestly. If you are someone who does need that stuff, save up the money for the real deal. But I gotta be honest, I did not have high hopes for this thing, and it has blown me away. It is awesome. I mean, it is seriously, what, 7 times cheaper than the original? Come on. Especially since this magnetic thing isn't super strong and you could lose it. Speaking of losing it, I don't want to lose your thumbs up. Go ahead and give this video one. Thank you so much for watching. Comment down below what other counterfeit stuff you've come across in your day. And as always, stay snazzy.
I stopped Temu.